You about to get read for filth, Leo. Anywho. Hello, Leo. Welcome to your July soul session. I'm Princess India if you're new, and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. I didn't expect that card to fall out so soon. So anywho, if you're not familiar with what my soul's, okay. Sessions are, they are your spirituality, somebody got a word. They are your spirituality and personal development readings. And we do them for the sole purpose of giving you guys clarity, insight, and guidance for any challenges that you guys may face this month. And I'm saying to everyone that, okay, good Lord. I'm saying to everyone that your woke books are of utmost importance right now for the simple fact that we've reached the midpoint of the year, and the woke book for 2021 is interactive and it works with the soul session. So now is a good time to take a gander back at the last 6 months to see where you guys are in the bigger scheme of things. So first card out, this is the only one that fell face down. Well, hello. Is the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Then we have the Ten of Cups. We have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. And then we have the Chariot in the reverse, which is Cancerian energy. I want to clarify this Knight of Swords, but coming from June into July, I'm clarifying this because, of course, with the Knight of Swords, it's a bit of an erratic kind of energy. It's kind of leaping before you look. It can be chaos. It can be conflict. This could be from a particular person, or this could be happening within you guys. That's why I'm clarifying it, just to kind of get some clarity on what this is about. Just give me a second if my cards will work with me. See, they was popping out of, okay. See, I was about to talk trash. Interesting. Okay, so what's clarifying the Knight of Swords here is the Yin Yang card. So this is more or less speaking to a switch in a cycle. So more or less, you guys are coming out of a cycle of, how do I want to say it? Of stagnancy or inaction, which in reality could have a great deal to do with the fact that we just got out of a retrograde, the Mercury retrograde. And with Mercury going direct, even though we're in the post-shadow phase and all of that, this is more or less speaking to a shift in this energy where you guys may, either if you're into astrology and stuff and you know to not take action during the retrograde, or if you just kind of felt that now wasn't the time to take action, I feel more or less this unrest with this Knight of Swords is on whether it's time to, sit still or to go. But you guys are going into an activating or action taking cycle, if you will. So whatever it is that's been heavy on you guys' heart, or something you've been pondering on, because I know this came up in the weekly reading over on the network from the last week of June into the first week of July. It was all about like inspiration that comes in and taking action on that. Now would be the time in the month of July for you guys to take action on any inspiration that you've had. So it's more or less whatever season you guys were in prior to, whether it's retrograde or not, it was a time for you to kind of get your ducks in a row, plant your seeds, and now it's time to take action. Now, the beautiful thing about this is I believe that with you guys taking action on this said thing, and also I want to say too, that any discomfort that you guys may be feeling or unrest that's happening in your environment is because there's the lack thereof of taking action. So it's almost like being overly cautious. But the beautiful thing about this is once you guys do take action, it's more or less you're going in the direction of something that's going to be emotionally fulfilling for you guys. And I feel it's going to put you in your rightful place, if you will, right? So it's almost you guys either having a mentor that comes into your life or some sort of teacher in some sense or another, or it's you guys taking on, you guys taking on this role. Okay, then we have the Queen of Swords and the Star in the reverse. That's Aquarius energy. So here's the thing, Leo, and I feel like your reading is probably going to be really quick. What this is looking like for me is about of potential self-sabotage, right? So going forward, you guys know what it is that you want, but it's a reluctance or a fear to move forward on this, right? The energy is saying that it's time to move forward, but it's almost kind of like making excuses of like, you know, and I don't think you guys would see it as excuses, but it's just feeling like you're not prepared, or, you know, I need more time, or I got to save more money. And it's like, yeah, I really do want to do this, but, you know, I'm being an adult and being practical. It's kind of like that vibe. So it's like you guys are desiring to step into this position, right? Or, and I mean, for some of you, this could literally be going back to school for some of y'all, but whatever the case. And yeah, spiritual teachers, all kinds of stuff like that. I'm picking up with this hair font, but it's almost like making excuses, but those excuses that are being made, you're not seeing them as excuses, you're seeing them as being realistic and practical. I need more money before I do this. I need to prepare more. But this is saying to me that you guys are prepared, and there's a need to see yourself as such, because I feel that you guys have been qualified for whatever this is that you're going in the direction of. What you've been through up to this point is what really qualifies you. So it's kind of like one of those things, and I use this example a lot of times when I'm talking to members on the network. It's like me doing what it is that I do for a living, like being a therapist and, you know, spiritual teaching and coaching and all this other kind of good stuff, right? It's like, just because I have a master's degree, that's not what made me who I am, right? It qualifies me in the sense of like credentials and what the licensing board says that I need to have learned and practiced and so on and so forth to have the professional title that I have. But just because you go to school and you pass the board exam doesn't mean that, you know, you just know how to do what I do. You feel what I'm saying? So I could still do exactly what it is that I do now without credentials. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be qualified in the sense of what my licensing board says that I need to be qualified by them. But that doesn't change who I am as a person. It doesn't change what I've learned in my life experience. It doesn't change what I've learned through my healing journey, or how to translate that into, you know, tangible advice to help other people. So I hope that that makes sense. So I feel it's the same thing for you guys. It's more or less being so fixated on like certifications and, you know, like if you're trying to build like a business or something, you're taking like 1,000, how to get 20 followers, 20K, not 20. I don't think it's really hard to get 20 followers on Instagram, but how to get like 20K followers on Instagram, how to beat the YouTube algorithm, you know, how to make the best thumbnails for YouTube, right? It's like you guys taking all of these certification courses because it's and what it comes from a place of insecurity within oneself. So it's almost as if one is attempting to get credentials or get qualified through courses and certificates and stuff like that, because you're trying to prove to yourself that you're qualified. But this Queen of Swords is saying that you already are. You know what I'm saying? And it would be the same thing. The same thing with like, if someone tried to, you know, you don't feel you're qualified to be a life coach or, you know, a counselor or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I would say the same thing for both of us, whether it's a counselor or a life coach, you do need education or certification and stuff like that to do that. But it's not like, how can I say this? The course or the degree doesn't qualify you, you qualify it apart from what a licensing board says. Let me say it that way, right? Because I'm not saying that you can go out here and just be a therapist, a counselor, or a life coach without taking no classes, because that's illegal. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, I don't think it's illegal for life coaches, but it's illegal for us. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. But my whole point with this is you guys' experience and the work that you've put in, the time that you've been at rest to prepare you for this moment is what qualified you. So don't not get credentials, but don't think that obtaining the credentials is what's going to qualify you, because with it or without it, you're still going to feel that same sense of insecurity. You feel what I'm saying? So it's all about attacking whatever that insecurity is, right? So that you can embrace your qualifications. And I really feel for you guys, it's less about, you know, what you acquire. It's more about what you bring to the table from your experience that truly qualifies you, even if you're in the process of getting credentialed for it. But don't like get specializations and tack on all these extra certifications unnecessarily, because you're already enough, right? Now, with the star in the reverse, I'm gonna qualify this too, y'all. Did I say qualify? I meant clarify. See, child, anyway. But with the star in the reverse, I feel this is really speaking to a time frame, because just like how it said how this Hierophant could be a mentor or like a teacher or something along those lines that pops up on your path, I feel what could end up happening, Leo, and why this would be like a forewarning with that, is the fact that this opportunity could come to you guys in the beginning of July, right? And you end up passing it up because you're believing, oh, this isn't time for me to act, or, oh, I got like 3 more, you know, certification classes that I need to take, right? But I feel the spirit is sending this person on your path to kind of fast track your progress, but it's more or less, this is to help move you forward. It's like a dream come true in a sense, but it would be you holding your own self back because you're feeling that you're not ready or you're not qualified for whatever reason. But it's more or less, spirit is trying to usher you guys forward. So I feel with the star in the reverse is more or less like a forewarning or like a heads up, because this really feels like a time frame type of thing to me, where like this is not like, this is an opportunity that would come, that wouldn't, like if you pass it up, it would be a missed opportunity. Not to say that it wouldn't come again in the future, but it's like if you miss this chance, this is kind of like one of those chance meetings I had like with my mentor, because my mentor is like a G in the counseling community here, like straight OG on some stuff, right? And I had an opportunity through a mutual colleague of mine to have lunch with her. And, you know, my thing was like, oh, you know, what am I going to say? But then I was like, oh, but I got this, and this going on. And a part of me was kind of like, am I really prepared to meet this lady? And I was kind of like dragging my feet, but I pushed myself to go. And it's like the best decision that I literally ever made in my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to say that her and I wouldn't have met each other again somehow, some way, I don't know. And maybe me not showing up may have, you know, put a bad taste in her mouth about me. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I feel it's kind of an opportunity like that. So it's kind of like forewarning you to not sabotage yourself, because you are qualified and you are ready. Look at that. Qualifying the star in the reverse is the 3rd chakra, and it's Archangel Shamuel, if you want to go Google him, you know what I'm saying? But this is speaking to the solar plexus chakra, and this is all about directing your will, right? So this comes back to it being a thing of free will. If you believe that you're not ready and you choose to not act when the energy is saying act, that is your full right, right? You don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? But it would behoove you to do so. Because like I say, I don't believe that when we miss opportunities that spirit doesn't give us a second chance. However, everything works in seasons. Like just like this yin yang card comes out first, clarifying your Knight of Swords in the reverse. This is speaking of a season being activated, right? And it's like after, you know, a season of action is going to become a season of rest and receiving. You just came out of a season of rest and receiving. So after another season of rest and receiving, it's going to be another season of action. So there's the potential that if the opportunity was missed this month, right, it can come around again after this season of rest. So it's not like the end of the world, but it's if you want things to shift and change for you now, you know, Now would be the time to take advantage of this. So this really looks like an issue of self-doubt to me, Leo. And I know how difficult that is. Like, I kid you not, of, wanting to be prepared and wanting to show up like on point. But I feel like you guys are being way too hard on yourself and you're not really seeing the potential that you already bring to the table. So be watchful of opportunities that are offered to you in the first part of July, and be sure to take full advantage of them, because you are qualified, literally through your experience. So don't hold yourself back. So I'm going to pull a card from one of my favorite oracle decks for you, the Surrender deck, to give you guys some insights into what it is you want to surrender or let go this month that will make your load a little lighter, with moving forward. And hopefully what my intention is with pulling this is this will speak directly to your situation, like speak directly to whatever this is that is causing you guys to hold yourself back. So let's see. Let me get a surrender card for Leo spirit. Ooh, child, 2 of them came out. Ain't that some stuff? You about to get red for filth, Leo. Anywho. So the first card is Surrender Fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on the solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. The next one says Surrender Stubbornness. Now that's a Taurus thing. Now you're getting in our territory. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. And I feel that the season you guys just came out of, like the place you were in June, I feel that was the lesson, the ultimate lesson of the cycle you guys just came out of. This is like stepping into your feminine energy and learning how to be receptive and to receive, not just from spirit, but in every facet of your life. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, I'm going over to my network to do you guys extended reading. So if you're about that life, follow me on over there, my friends. If not, I still love your freaking face. And I will see you guys sooner than later.